was or you wasn't, little bruh. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating, little daddy, LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the tell the road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blick of my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one golded. 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 I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one golded. Me, I'm the one golded. Me.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 21. His first throw is an interception. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back-to-back carries here. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They give it to him again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Play action on 1st down. Rolling out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
And go!
Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10 from the 41.
Come on.
Back to the well again. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, set.
They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Saints with 6 DBs out there. We've got a dime look for them on third down. He'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Ready? 3.
They'll come out throwing. This one finds Osborne. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's go.
Handoff on second and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
All right, set now. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Another carry for him. Across midfield. The 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 13-0 lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll start this drive out first and 10.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Ready?
On first down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. They're down to their final one in this half. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Go! Go!
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready? Big Lion. 70 Timberwolves. Get up.
Throwing from the gun here. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready? Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Set.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. Come on. Set.
Now looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. Hits the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 20-zip lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready, ready.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Set up.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Hold the ready.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
18, pioneer. Ready, ready. Rig alert.
They've got a man in motion.
Set go.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Defense coming off that incompletion. Needs one more stop here on 4th.
Let's go.
They're going for this. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run the counter. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Track 60. Go.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Mickey kick is good. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go.
The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
The give here on second. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons working here. Let's see what they went with on third down.
Set. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Kittle brings it in. By a man, and now he's in the clear. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Ready.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Set.
They'll throw it. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain that sets up 1st and goal.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Getting out to us, and he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons chop some of the lead off before the half. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon. You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Hey, check that.
They go play action on first. Gets it to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come 19! Come 19! Let's go now! Go trap! Go trap! Huh.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, but it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Here we go! Here we go! Go!
From the 38. Brought in right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Back to pass on first and 10. Finds a man right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Go!
Second and 3. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Rocco 80! 60!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Ready!
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Ready! Head the street! Head the street! Hut, hut.
Here's a throw. And they won't do it. That ball's incomplete on fourth down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up.
Ready! 19 tight! 19 tight!
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second and 3 now.
Head! Buffalo 18! Set go!
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing from the gun. That one's complete, right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Get up.
Looking to the air here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints push their lead further to start the half. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints stretch the lead to 23.
To kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 22-yard line.
Buys time, rolling right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Back now, pressure on its way. He fires one deep down the... That's complete inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. George Kittle, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go.
Cut out left. And he's out of bounds, pass midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying the right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. They go play action here. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Slot man motioned over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun here. Finds his back complete.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
19 Lions. Let's go now. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Pass play coming here. Finds his man over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. We send a man in motion. Throwing now from the gun. He puts some power on a deep one left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
79 Bronco.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. And the Saints going with the dime package here. 3rd down.
Ready.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Ready. Go, Rick. Go. Hut, hut.
Back to throw, needing a 1st. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Check.
Fullback dive up the gut. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Saints approaching win number 7 on the year.
Ready up.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Come on. Set. Set, go.
Going right back to the fullback. Next play. And he'll get this down to the 40. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go. Check. 19. Pioneer.
He's going to throw this one. It is caught left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Hand off to the back. He finds space into the red zone. And they finally get to him at the 15. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So this will win on the road for the Saints. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Yes, them a look good.